Hello, how are you? I welcome you to your community, Purple Feather Tarot. I truly hope that you are doing very well at this moment, and I also hope that in this tarot reading you find those answers from the universe that you are seeking. Today, we are going to go directly into your reading, so let's connect with your tarot cards. And as always, let's look at your energies, the energies of your person, the energies of the universe, and let's also reveal all the blessings that are coming into your life. So, connecting with your energies, let's begin. You have the Star, the Two of Cups, the Moon. You also have the card of the High Priest and you also have the Ten of Pentacles. Your reading is 100% spectacular, especially regarding the energies of love. I feel that you are about to connect with the love of your life. You are going to see the love of your life for the first time, and you will be completely hooked on this person, who, in quotes, is going to steal your heart. Someone is coming, above all, it could be any sign, but your reading tells me to say Cancer, Sagittarius, or also a Scorpio person. And here, the two of you are going to establish a commitment very, very quickly. And maybe, at this moment, you're not thinking about the energies of your heart, the energies of love, but this person has so much power and such a strong desire to be with you, that the two of you are going to connect because you are destined to be together. In fact, look, the Ten of Pentacles is a card very much associated with your home. So, I feel that you are going to build a home with your special person, whether you're about to meet them or whether you already know them, because the Star card can signify a shocking piece of news, obviously shockingly positive or shockingly surprising, with which someone is going to come into your life. So let's look into what this energy is about. Your reading is very positive. I feel a lot of good energy regarding your person, regarding the relationship you already have at this moment. You may be going on vacation with your person. You're going to share quality moments, quality time as well. Possibly, if you are attracting a new person, that person has excellent energy. So, I'm being told to tell you, summer love, that is what you are going to experience soon, possibly with a new person, or the relationship that you have right now is going to heat up again or be reactivated. So let's see what all of this is about, because I feel you are quite intense, or your energy is being picked up by someone else. You have the Ace of Swords. Excellent news is coming into your life. I feel that someone is going to call you and share some very, very positive news with you. Possibly, your person tells you, hey, I got a job abroad. Let's go together. Very well, here I feel that a proposal may come to you like a bucket of cold water, but eventually, I feel that you might accept this big proposal. You also have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is generally a negative card, but in this case, I feel that it means you're leaving behind negative situations, but without any effort. It's as if finally, everything is falling into place in your life, and here you don't have to make any effort to forget what happened, because the universe is simply rewarding you by placing you on a path full of surprises, full of abundance, and you are simply going to be so busy that you won't even have time to look back. You also have the Six of Cups. You are recovering something you lost. Possibly you are recovering, or are about to recover, money you had lost, and that money comes back multiplied. Or I also feel that if you lost your happiness, or if you lost your peace, or if you lost your calm, finally these energies return to your life. A person from the past is thinking about you and wants to give you a gift, or they are holding something in their hands that you once gave them. This might have more meaning if what you gave them is yellow in color. You also have the Three of Cups, many reasons to celebrate. I'm repeating this to you, a very intense period is coming into your life, where people will seek you out. There will be phone calls, whether romantic proposals or financial opportunities. Here, you are going to become the star of the show. As you saw in the first part of this reading, the Star card appeared, and that means you're attracting positive things or very positive people. Possibly, you're going to meet new people. Very well, perhaps some of those people will become your best friends. And here I feel that your social circle is going to grow in a positive way. Above all, I feel that you're going to meet a friend, either a Pisces or a Scorpio. Scorpio appears in your reading as Major Arcana number 13. Let's interpret the Major Arcana card with number 13 as a person, not as a process. Normally, the Major Arcana are interpreted as processes, but we cannot forget that the Major Arcana number 13 is related to the sign of Scorpio. So, it's telling me that Scorpio is going to be important to you, or perhaps a breakup is coming with someone who no longer suits you. The Major Arcana number 13 card, in some very particular cases, can also mean a period in which your singleness comes to an end. You've been single for a very long time, and now something is finally ending, and you are connecting with the energy of a new person, especially, you're going to stop being single, especially if a Scorpio person appears. It's as if Scorpio has a very magnetic power coming into your life. Well then, let's continue with your energy. You also have the Nine of Swords. There's something that's worrying you. I don't know what exactly is bothering you, but there are two scenarios here. First of all, you're worrying about something you can't control, and it's time to release it to the universe, because maybe you're a very perfectionist person, and you've been having very heavy, intense dreams lately. You see, the problem with the Nine of Swords is that it represents someone who goes to sleep without having closed out their day, and it was a really heavy day. So, this card is always inviting you to do some rituals before going to bed and before sleeping. You don't have to do anything complicated, you can write, do yoga, meditate, say prayers to the universe or to God. Of course, this depends on how you connect with the divine. But I feel that there are things here that you need to hand over to God or to divinity before establishing a connection with your dreams or with your subconscious. You also have the Queen of Cups. This card is giving me a very particular message. Someone is sending you a greeting. Above all, it could be a mother figure. It could also be a father who took great care of you. Or, it's telling me that a Cancer is asking how you are, why you've been so absent. Also, a Pisces is wondering, hey, where are you? Are you okay? Why haven't you called me? There is someone who is actively worrying about you. And if you know who this person is, then you should call them, because this person always wants the best for you and always wants you to be well. You also have the Six of Swords. At this moment, you find yourself a little busy, closing matters from your past. When the Six of Swords appears, it's a farewell forever, like you're saying goodbye for good. This is the final point, not the end of a chapter, but the end of the entire book. And when we talk about the Six of Swords, it might be a book that involved a lot of suffering for you. It was a story where you truly suffered, and now you're saying, okay, this is the end. The tale has come to a close, and now I'm going to look for more fertile people, more fertile energies, or more fertile grounds. So, it wouldn't surprise me if soon you're going to seek refuge, maybe you're moving to another country or applying for some kind of refugee process abroad. I don't know, but this situation looks very positive for you. You also have the Ten of Wands. At this moment, you are leaving a place or a relationship where you're not appreciated. I feel like you are not someone who depends on others' validation. You are completely disconnected from needing others' validation in order to know your self-worth. But yes, once in a while, it's certainly beneficial to receive recognition. The Ten of Wands speaks of those people who work in the same job for a very long time and receive no raise, or their work is not acknowledged, or worse, they are mistreated after giving their soul and heart to a cause, a project, or a purpose. So the Ten of Wands is that moment where you lay down all the cards. You hand in your resignation letter, you submit your notice, and you say, that's it. If I'm not wanted, if I'm not valued, then I'm definitely going to a place where I am more appreciated. You have the Nine of Pentacles. I really like this one. It's an opportunity that arrives in your life that's going to open your eyes wide. And what I feel is that you're going to get a new job, and when you see what they're going to pay you, your eyes are going to pop wide open. I feel like a contract is going to surprise you, you're going to sign it, and you'll see that they're going to pay you very well. Maybe they'll even pay you incredibly well for extra hours if you're going to work them. This card has grapes in the background of the image, and that represents abundance. It means prosperity, and also great fertility. You're going to be planting seeds in very fertile soil. And I also feel that, in fact, this card can mean that you're looking very attractive right now. You're a very sexy, very sensual person at the moment. I don't know what perfume you've been wearing lately, but there are people, you walk past, and without realizing it, they turn their heads and watch you go by and say, wow, that person dresses really well, or, that person smells amazing. You're captivating the senses of certain people, especially Taurus or Capricorn. And that makes a lot of sense because Taurus and Capricorn are the ones with the best sense of smell in the entire tarot. So I'm being told to tell you, you're distracting, if that makes sense to you, a Taurus or a Capricorn. Alright, let's continue then with your energy. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is starting to move forward, calm down, relax. I feel like you've already done the hardest part of your work. Now all that's left is to relax, take a day off, sit on the couch, watch a movie, do whatever you enjoy the most, and finally wait for this good news that's coming into your life. So, the Wheel of Fortune card is like payday. You already did all your work, maybe you worked 30 days, or maybe less or more, I don't know, depending on how many hours you've been working. And finally, that deposit, that bank transfer, arrives in your account and you say, okay, I finally have a lot of money again. This applies especially if you're working, you're going to receive a good payment, you're going to get a commission, or you'll receive a bonus. But above all, the Wheel of Fortune is favoring those who are self-employed, entrepreneurs, those who have broken the cycle of being salaried employees and have finally become 100% independent. So, this could also represent a time of great creativity, where you're creating products, creating services, exporting your products abroad, selling on Amazon, or creating social media accounts for your business, for your organization. I feel like things are scaling up, things are growing, that's the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is expanding, your income, your sales, your employees, your processes, your products, your services. In short, I think you get the idea, things are about to explode or scale in an absolutely impressive way. You have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands simply means that you're fighting, you're giving it your all. Maybe you're waking up early, or you should wake up early, because the universe has a lot of things waiting for you. This is the card, for example, of a boss, a manager, a person who has so much to do that sometimes they don't even have time to sleep. But this card is also inviting you to disconnect a bit. And look, there's a 5 here, and I feel like your reading is sending you a very specific message, at least sleep 5 hours a day, okay? Maybe that doesn't apply to you, but from my experience, I know people who sleep 2, 3, or 4 hours, and that can really harm your physical and mental health. So, it's recommended to sleep 7 hours a day, but at the very least, please sleep 5. I feel like if you don't, your mind or your energy might start to weaken. You also have the 5 of Swords. Someone might be acting in bad faith. In that sense, please double-check everything you sign, especially if you're a business owner and need to sign contracts. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, you need to check all the documents you sign, especially purchase agreements. Because the 5 of Swords always represents people who might be, for example, a corrupt lawyer or someone trying to sneak extra clauses into contracts that could hurt you later. I don't know, it's a very specific message, but your reading is telling me to ask you to read the fine print very carefully. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. This transfer is going to be positive. I feel like you're a very savvy person when it comes to business, and that means you're finally going to start monetizing. Maybe you're going to sell something, maybe you're going to buy, but in any case, be very careful, because here appears the energy of a vulture, or a person who might try to take advantage of you. That's what your reading is telling me. You have the 5 of Pentacles, which is a confirmation of what I was just telling you. Please secure everything that has cost you so much effort to achieve. Secure everything you can in your life. If you can, literally, buy insurance, a life insurance policy, a policy that protects your home, your money, your belongings, especially if you tend to leave your keys inside the house. Because the 5 of Pentacles always represents those uncomfortable moments when you find yourself in a difficult situation financially. So your reading says, please protect yourself. Protect your energy. Take a spiritual cleansing bath for good luck. Surround yourself with people who only bring you good fortune. And if you feel negative energy surrounding a deal, or around a person, please, keep your distance, because it could be a scam or some kind of fraud. You also have the Page of Cups. A suitor. A suitor. Let's clarify whether this suitor can be trusted or not, because it's very close to the 5 of Pentacles. And when the Page of Cups appears next to the 5 of Pentacles, it's someone who, well, I'm going to say it directly, it's someone who wants to take advantage of your money, or someone who is with you out of convenience. So, let's develop this a bit more. Let's not judge the Page of Cups too quickly. Let's give them a chance, because all love starts from something small. So here, there is a risk of judging someone too quickly. Maybe you go on a first date with someone and immediately dismiss them because of something you noticed. But here, I feel that someone deserves a second chance, or a second date, or at least the opportunity to explain something that happened. So, let's clarify what this Page of Cups is about. The 4 of Wands. Your reading says, it's better than it initially seems. Better than it initially seems. Much better than it initially seems. In fact, things are going to happen much faster than you originally thought. Let's look a bit more, the Magician. Now, this is a very positive card. The Page of Cups is a love that manifests. A love that brings miracles. A love that brings gifts. Okay, so these two cards completely shift the tone of your reading. You're possibly going to meet someone who, like in all relationships, things start out slowly, and then a wedding, a commitment, will manifest. And in fact, I feel that the two of you are going to manifest many blessings together. So, I feel very, very happy for you, because I feel that you are about to transform your life in the realm of love. Alright, let's continue then with your reading. King of Cups, you are ready for love. Ace of Wands, you're going to take a leap of faith. You also have the High Priestess. Your intuition is beginning to guide you toward this new person. I feel that this reading is quite important, because if you've been single for a long time, it's like your intuition is telling you, this is the right person. And not only that, but suddenly you start seeing signs that guide you toward this new person. So, your reading says, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is guiding you toward a new beginning, possibly a beginning in love. Alright then, this is your tarot reading for today. Definitely, as always, thank you so much for being here with me, uncovering all these secrets of the tarot. For today, we're closing your reading. And as always, I invite you, if you enjoy these readings, you can click on that like button, and you can also click on the subscribe button for this channel. We're closing your video now. I hope you have an excellent day, full of success, full of blessings, and surely, as always, we'll be seeing each other in your next reading.